Underneath the subsoil of the Nazca Desert, a set of subterranean chambers have been discovered, where two stone sarcophagus containing several mummified beings of different species were found. Among the remains are two humanoids, whose characteristics lead us to include them within the group of reptiles or amphibians. By their strange physiognomy, it is not a known species. All seems to indicate that they lived in an aquatic environment and then on the surface of the earth. They measure approximately 21 centimeters in length. They have 3 fingers in the hands and in the feet. They lack of claws, and it seems that they have a thin membrane between the toes that would allow them to swim easily. If we observe carefully, a tail is seen. The scapula is outside of the thoracic cage, that would help these beings to impel in an aquatic environment. This leads us to think that they were erect, to use their hands freely, and could move on the surface of the earth without any difficulty. They have a nose and a mouth, but they lack ears. They emphasize their large eyes on the sides of the skull. They have a great cranial capacity, and as we see, one can appreciate the looseness of the skull. It is not yet known how to classify them, whether as amphibians or as humanoid reptiles, or perhaps it could be a mixture of the two. Aside these beings, a skull, an arm, and a mummified brain was found as well. The skull shows very peculiar features. Its skin is gray, and its enormous oblique eyes occupy a large part of the forehead. Unlike the previous beings, it has small and thin lips, and as we can see, the top presents strange bumps. Everything indicates that the arm belongs to the skull. Both the arm and forearm are long. The hand has 3 thick fingers apart from each other, with nails instead of claws. In one of the fingers is encrusted a metal ring, which leads us to think that it could be an intelligent being. In this image we see a dehydrated brain that measures 9 centimeters and a half, which means that originally it should have been 4 or 5 times larger, since a mummified brain is reduced in that proportion. It seems that in this chambers have already been found more than 20 different species. In Peru there are stories of non-human beings that inhabited in Nazca. The incredible drawings of Nazca are attributed to these beings. The analysis of these beings are being carried out in the laboratories of several countries.